It's 6:15 on a cloudy and rather cool fall evening. The place is the living room of my home. Or at least it was my home until about 4 years ago. If you notice over there, the table ready to be set. Company. We always ate in here when we had company. If you look out the window, you notice it's drizzling slightly. In a short while, the fog will come, a heavy, deadening fog. Now, don't be too critical about the looks of the room. The people who live here aren't rich. In fact, the man of the house is a farmer. Not a very good one at that. Oh, I'd like you to meet my mother. She's entertaining this evening. A very special guest. Looks like a rather harmless person, doesn't she? Well, all her life she's been harmless to most people. But tonight she's brimful of revenge. The kind of revenge that drives people to do desperate things. The kind that leads to newspaper headlines. And the kind that leads to murder. She's planned everything carefully tonight, everything. Of course, she isn't counting on my being there. For that matter, no one is. Hurry, Mother. Get every knife and fork in place. Smooth out the wrinkles in the tablecloth. Get everything just so. That's how we want it. Just so. Oh, and I'd like to meet you my father. Looks like a very nice person. You'll probably pity him. Well, why not? You'll probably end up pitying him and despising my mother.
Hurry with the chores, John. You'll be here soon.
Who's coming, Nora?
He's coming.
Who? Who's coming? This is my house, and I guess I have the
John,
right to.
I invited him. He's coming. And I'm all ready for him.
I'm warning you, Mother, it won't work. That's why I'm here, to see that it doesn't. Do you understand? It won't work.
Fork for me, fork for John, and a fork for him.
Revenge. A fine time for that. A lot of good that's gonna do me. Revenge is a cheap and vulgar thing. Will it right or wrong? Will it prove anything? Will it do anyone any good?
A plate for me, a plate for John, and a plate for him.
I'm blaming you, Mother, him, not you. You were the one who coddled and spoiled me. You taught me to lie by punishing me when they told the truth. You taught me to steal by denying me everything I ever wanted. I learned to hate because you hated. Selfish pride, lying, cheating, stealing. You were the one, Mother, you were the one. And then you drove me away, remember? Oh, that was the end of everything. Now you suddenly think you can right or wrong by getting even.
And a nice clean napkin for everyone.
You were very clever in getting him to come here this evening, Mother. Of course, you were always clever. You taught it to me. Of course, I wasn't too good of a pupil. Or perhaps I was too good for my own good.
There's a car coming up the lane.
Hurry, you don't have much time.
But I had to do the chores, and I didn't have much...
Wash your face and comb your hair. Hurry.
Feel more like cleaning up if I knew it was coming.
I inherited my neatness from my father.
Hurry, he'll be here soon.
Who? Who is coming?
John, wash your face and comb your hair.
But
It's a pity you can't dress up a little.
I'm dressed up. Can't talk to someone I don't know.
Just like you to forget, Dad. Not stupidity, just indifference. Of course, maybe you're better off being that way. Sometimes it's good to be able to forget. Go on. He's coming. Open the door. I'd like to see him for myself.
Is this the Andrews farm?
Why, yes it is.
I'm Mr. Norton, and this is...
Well, why don't you guys come on in? We, that is, my wife, was expecting.
This is my fiancée, Miss Madison.
How do you do?
I hope you won't mind having an extra guest. We're engaged to be married.
Married? You don't say.
1 month from now.
Married. I remember when I got married. It was about... Let me take your wraps.
I'll keep it on if you don't mind.
Oh, come on now, Elaine.
I'll keep it on if you don't mind.
It is a bit drafty in here. Please excuse me. I'll go turn up the heat.
It isn't cold in here.
It doesn't places we could have gone in town this evening, and you have to drive clear out here to this forsaken...
I told you it's part of my job.
It's about time you realize your duty toward me. I'm not particularly fond of playing second fiddle to a job or anything else.
We won't stay long.
Long. Look at that table. They expect us to stay for dinner. A dinner in this place. Here.
Elaine, I told you. This woman called the office yesterday with information on a case we've been working on for months. You simply just can't turn down an opportunity like that.
Robert, when are you going to give up this detective business?
I told you, Elaine, I'm only doing this until I get through law school. Well, once I finish the bar exam and finish law school, well...
I thought you'd give up playing detective after what happened last spring. I thought
I asked you never to mention that again!
I'm sorry, Robert.
Well, now, Robert, I see it's giving you a little bit of trouble. This is going to be haunting you for a very long time because you're a very sensitive person. Now, if I were in your place, I wouldn't be worrying. I'd say he had it coming. He deserved it.
The fog's settling down fast. We won't be able to make it out of this wilderness.
Yes, Mother. Let's be a better hostess. Let's not keep them waiting. It isn't polite. It isn't proper etiquette.
Oh, Mr. Norton, how do you do? I'm sorry to have kept you waiting, but
My fiancée, Miss Madison.
I really wasn't expecting anyone but you, Mr. Norton.
Well, I thought you wouldn't mind having an extra guest.
I prefer to talk to you alone, or not at all.
No, Nora.
Well, if it would help, I could come back tomorrow morning alone.
No, since she's here, I'll set another place at the table. I'll just be a moment.
Miss Andrews,
Yes?
you don't have to go to all this bother. I mean, we don't have to eat.
It's no bother. I'll just be a moment.
Well, we might as well be sociable, Elaine.
I don't feel like being sociable where I'm not wanted.
Well, why don't you have a seat and will you excuse me?
You notice Robert's badge. Shines, doesn't it? Up until last year, he carried a gun, too. Oh, it was a beauty. Cost him a young fortune. But then suddenly he stopped carrying it. But not soon enough. Because one night, about the middle of May, there were two men who walked into a gas station.
Oh, Miss
Madison,
do take off your coat. You'll catch cold if you go out again. If you get uncomfortable, just say so, and my husband will turn up the heat.
But I already turned up the heat, Nora.
Now, Miss Madison, you sit here. And Mr. Norton, you sit here. And my husband and I will sit in our regular places. John, come help me in the kitchen.
If that seat's too uncomfortable, please tell me and I'll go get you a cup.
John,
Yes, Nora.
now.
Yes, Nora.
Robert, oh, sweet. Oh.
Elaine, I'm sorry I got angry with you a moment ago.
You're always getting angry.
Well, I know, it's just that every time you mention something about what happened last spring, I guess I just shouldn't let it bother me.
Of course you shouldn't. He was just a no-good tramp. All the papers said so.
But Elaine, he was just so young. I mean, maybe if somebody had reached out to him and helped him in time.
You're making a mountain out of a molehill, Robert.
Guess I just wish I could see it your way.
There, I guess that's everything. Oh, John, the water. I forgot the water.
Me and Nora have been married for 25 years. Not once has she cooked a bad meal.
Get the water.
Yes, Nora.
He's so helpless. You won't object if we have our coffee at the end of the meal.
I don't drink coffee.
Don't drink coffee.
Never acquired the habit.
Tea?
I'll take tea.
At the end of the meal.
At the end of the meal.
Everything is perfect, Mother. Tea at the end of the meal.
Me and Nora have been married for 25 years. Not once has she cooked a bad meal.
Sit down and say grace.
When it comes to fried chicken.
John,
Yes, Nora.
say grace.
Yes, Nora. Lord, we bless this food.
Now, as I was telling you about Robert, one night last May, about 2 months after he started his detective job, he was assigned to guard a gasoline station. The place had been robbed a number of times, and the owner figured that if he had a man around who knew how to handle a gun, everything would be okay. About 3 in the morning, 2 young men pulled in and asked for gas. When the attendant leaned over to take off the gas cap, one of the young men stuck a gun in his back. Robert heard the commotion, pulled out his gun, and fired. Bang! Just like that, and killed a man. It was so easy and apparently so necessary. Robert got his name in the papers that month. A bonus. Congratulations from everyone. The man he had shot was young, just about his own age. The more he thought about it, the more miserable he became. And the only way he could make himself feel better was to tell himself what everyone else had been saying. He was no good, he had it coming. Well, perhaps he did have it coming. Sooner or later, we all get what's coming to us, good or bad.
Ooh, you are an excellent cook, Mrs. Andrews.
Just like I said.
Another piece of pie, Mr. Norton?
No, thanks. I'm full.
You?
No, thank you.
We have plenty.
No, thank you.
Now about that information, Miss Andrews.
More water?
I have enough.
Oh, Miss Madison, your glass is empty. I'll fill it for you. Mr. Norton, how do you like being a detective?
Well, there are things I like better.
Do you wear a badge?
Yes.
You don't look like a detective.
Well, I intend to be a lawyer.
A lawyer, how nice. Do you carry a gun?
Well, no.
That's interesting. I thought all officers of the law carried guns.
Well, not all of us.
You did carry a gun once, though, didn't you?
Well, I don't see what this has to do with anything.
Guns are such dangerous weapons. Mr. Norton, how old are you?
Well, I'm 25, but I really don't understand.
25? Why, our son would be 24 if he were still alive.
You have my sympathies.
Our only son.
You must miss him a lot.
Naturally, we miss him. We were so unprepared and shocked when we heard that he had been killed. You see, he had been away from home for so long, and then suddenly we just heard that he had been killed.
What happened to him?
An accident, Mr. Norton. Quite avoidable accident.
He wasn't really a bad kid. He just traveled with the wrong people.
You understand what losing an only son would mean to people our age.
I understand.
That's it, Mother. Tease him like a cat teases a mouse. Oh, you're so clever. So stupidly clever.
I don't think I'll ever get over it. No, I don't think I ever will.
Mrs. Andrews, you have my sympathies, but the fog's getting thicker and...
Oh yes, the fog. Mr. Norton, does your detective agency handle murder cases?
Well, yes, we do, but...
Because you see, our son was murdered.
I see.
Murdered.
Robert, let's go.
How would it be if I came back tomorrow and we could talk about it when it's daylight out?
I prefer to talk about it tonight.
No, Nora.
Do you have any clues?
Oh yes, I have lots of clues.
Well, why don't you do this? Why don't you scribble them all down on a notepad and mail them to me at my office?
I prefer to talk about it tonight, Mr. Norton.
Nora, really,
Would you like to see my son's picture?
I don't think that's necessary.
Oh, but I'm sure you would. I'll just be a moment.
But
perhaps we'd be more comfortable in the living room.
This was his graduation picture. He wasn't harming the man who killed him. He would never harm anyone. He's always so kind and polite, helpful. Yet he died so young, so needlessly.
Can't you talk about something else?
Miss Madison, I'll talk about my son in my own home if I want to.
I beg your pardon.
Miss Andrews, I don't want to be rude, but, well, isn't this kind of a waste of time?
A waste of time? Talking about my son, a waste of time?
That wasn't what I meant.
You meant exactly what you said. A waste of time.
I'm sorry.
Sorry? Can being sorry for something undo a wrong? Can it? Can it?
Well, I don't suppose so.
Sorry, the man who killed my son could be sorry 1,000 times. But would that bring him back to me? 1,000 days of troubled conscience? 1,000 years? What good would that do my son? What good would that do me? In the picture, you do want to see the picture.
Sure, show it to me.
Just look at that silly grin and that new suit he had.
Cost him $16.
There.
Robert, what is it?
I'll get your tea, Mr. Norton.
Robert, what's the matter?
It's nothing at all.
He really wasn't a bad kid. He just ran away from home and changed his name.
Robert, what is it?
Be quiet, please.
Well now, Robert, see, it's giving you a little bit of trouble here. 4 years don't change us a whole lot. Not our looks, anyways. Now listen to me very carefully, fellow. Get out of this house immediately. Don't stay for tea. Don't stay a minute longer. Just go. Oh, don't worry about the fog. It's getting clearer down the valley. Now get out of here while you still can. Don't judge her harshly, Robert. She doesn't know what she's doing tonight. I'll see to that. Now go, Robert. Hurry. Go!
Elaine, get your coat. We're leaving.
Well, it's about time.
What? You can't do that.
Come on, hurry.
I'm hurrying.
What?
Mr. Andrews, please tell your wife that I was sorry we can't stay for tea.
What?
Hurry, Elaine.
You make up your mind so quickly.
Come on.
No, what? You... Nora! They left. They decided...
They what?
They just suddenly decided to go. They're gone.
Mr. Norton, he didn't drink his tea.
Don't worry about it.
He
I'll
didn't-
drink it.
No.
Nora, what's wrong with you? Just wanted to...
Well, Mother, didn't work now, did it?
Failed this time, Edward.
You're never going to try it again. Never!
I guess I wasn't a very good mother, was I? I made so many mistakes.
You made your share.
You weren't quite fair to me, Edward. You get so angry and talk so ugly, and my temper would flare back and we'd have a scene.
My temper was your temper!
Do you know what I was going to do tonight?
I know.
He was the one, Edward.
You were going to get even, weren't you? Well, why didn't you? Because I wouldn't let you, that's why. Don't you understand? I got what I had coming. I deserved it. Settle yourself to that, Mother. I had it coming.
You shouldn't have hated me, Edward. I know I made a lot of mistakes, but you shouldn't have hated me.
I didn't mean all those things I said. And the letters, well, I was down and out, and, well, I needed someone to blame besides myself.
I don't see why you stayed away for so long. Why didn't you come home?
Come home? Come home for what? For love? For happiness? I only came here tonight because I was sent. I was sent to keep you from making a fool of yourself.
You were coming home, weren't you, the night you were killed?
Perhaps. 4 years is a long time. But perhaps it's better that I didn't come back. I mean, things haven't changed. You're the same. Dad's the same. Even I haven't changed.
I'll help you with the doors. Or, the dishes, Nora.
What?
The dishes. I'll help you with the dishes.
Oh, yes, the dishes.
He wasn't a bad son, was he?
A wonderful son.
He's kind of foolish and a little hot-tempered at times.
Yes, let's finish the dishes.
You know, just today, my legs started hurting me.
John,
Mother, I'm back. I'm back. Do you see me? But it's late for all of us now. It's too late.
That girl is in the cloud-spun enchantment of love.
You spoke, sweet nurse?
I have been speaking, but you have been blind, deaf, and dumb to all of my exhortations.
Oh, he kissed this hand.
She is in the days of love. Listen, Macbeth has called us here for a council of women.
Oh, 'tis only you, Juliet, and your servant wench. I'm interested in this council. Why have we been summoned here?
Ah, ladies, my most dire apologies for so tiny an arrival. Is all in readiness for our council? Aye, well enough. Catherine is yet to come, and where is Cleopatra?
That Egyptian trollop?
Now, nurse, charity in all things.
Juliet, Juliet, wherefore art thou, Juliet?
Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo?
Juliet, we await you. Ah, here's Cleopatra, at last.
Did I hear an allusion of my illustrious self?
The conceit of these foreigners would make a drunken sailor sober.
I said at last. A little matter of time, Cleopatra. It has been said, punctuality is the courtesy of kings.
The kings can have it, and welcome. I am called queen.
Nurse, go and summon your charge.
I'll do my best. Ugh, such a sight to behold. Such a truly sad and pathetic sight. Such a mocking and ridiculous sight. Such a droll and comic sight.
There's so many adjectival sight. What is it? Where is it?
Outside on the moon-swept balcony, a boy with outstretched arms, and from his beardless lips to extravagant outpourings. But soft, what light through yonder window breaks! It is the east, and Juliet is the sun. Arise, fair sun, and kill the envious moon. Never did I hear the like.
Do you not recognize love when you see it?
Love, I spit on it.
Then, madame, you spit alone.
So, for my part, that's no cause for tears.
Truly a barren existence, to be deprived of love.
Deprived of love? I'm not deprived. I'm blessed with the lack of it. I rejoice in the lack of it. I glory in the lack of it.
Methinks she doth protest too much.
Methinks I've heard that line before.
Kate the scold, Kate the vixen, Kate the virago, Kate the fury.
Take that! You act like beggar maids. Where's the dignity of womanhood? Devil take the dignity of womanhood!
Oh, what my nails were telling since I could tear out her black cat eye.
She calls me black cat eye!
Ladies, I entreat you, please stop this at once.
I'm sorry, for what would my Othello say were he to see me now?
Always it comes back to love and talk of love. Lord, do I detest the word. I would be struck dumb ere it passes my lips again.
She is all wild wind and screaming tongue, but when the storm abates, I warrant she will melt like the rest of us.
You speak true.
Nurse, where is she?
Shuffling unwanted attendance on her mistress, I doubt not.
Aye, that Julietta.
Juliet!
Then summon them here.
Julietta! Juliet. What's in a name, a rose by any other, etc., etc., etc. Oh, good night, parting is such sweet sorrow, that I shall say good night till it be morrow.
More will be said here this night than a languishing good night. Ladies, pray be seated.
Does no card read my name?
You have no name. You are but Juliet's nurse. And you know why she has no name? This is part of the business of this meeting. In truth, the whole part.
Business? I would rather sit on the needle point of a pyramid than hark to the cackle of these scratching hens.
Scratching hens? Thinking I'm brooding, about to drop an egg.
Oh!
We are waiting.
In 2 words, William Shakespeare. William Shakespeare, that mountebank of the playhouse.
Hold thy treacherous tongue, Kate. He is our father.
To resume, this is a meeting to voice our protest.
Protest? Why would we want to
Silence! Ahem, we are all women, are we not? God knows I made protest oft enough about that.
Heaven forbid, I would not be other than a woman while men such as Antony live and have their being.
Othello.
Do not forget Romeo. Ladies, no diversions. We here met to protest because we are women. Always we are denigrating to the least chief parts in William's plays. Ah, he is a man. He would see well to that. Men. He knows full well what he is about. He would assume that men are the superior race, and we women are inferior. And because he would have us inferior, so it is with his plays. It is always the men who have the chiefest roles, who command the stage and the applause of the audience. Aye, truly spoken. In Hamlet, a very multitude of men, but how many of our own fair sex? Ophelia only? No, one paltry other, Queen Gertrude. While Hamlet scarcely is a stage.
That is but one play, the exception, surely.
It is plain you do not know your paternal Shakespeare.
So?
His play The Tempest. Only one of our sex, Miranda, and she is more spirit than a woman's flesh and blood.
Yet in Macbeth there is yourself
And Lady Macduff. Then there's that play Romeo and Juliet. That play I know. Doubtless, and I too. In it, a category of men as long as a giant's arm. But how many of women? Only 4, and one without a name. Nurse to Juliet, she's called.
Aye, that is so. Nurse to Juliet. No name. Always I will be nurse now, but I will be Juliet's nurse. Never was there a gentler name nor a sweeter maid. When posterity reads of Juliet, they will remember Nurse to Juliet too.
And Romeo.
Aye, child, and thy Romeo.
Cleopatra. He named the play after me.
Did he not name Antony first? I too am in the title of the play. Aye, but who comes first? It is never Juliet and Romeo, Cleopatra and Antony, Cressida and Troilus. Oh no, women and children last. My play, The Taming of the Shrew, I only am in the title. No doubt a lapse of memory by that Stratford Glover. A right cunning and crafty lapse, Kate. Thou art therein named for taming, taming by a man?
Aye, Petruchio himself.
Always it is men, 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 men. And the abundance of those king plays. Was not the great Elizabeth on her throne while he scribbled? Aye, so she was. But where's her play?
My play, it is Othello.
He does not mention you, as he does not mention me, Macbeth. Not Macbeth and Lady Macbeth. If only I'd been named second. But no, perish the Shakespearean thought.
You too, without a name.
She speaks true. I have no name. I live and have my being through Macbeth, an echo of his name. Nurse?
Who knocks with such a rude violence?
No woman's hand, I'll warrant.
Your Majesty.
Look who comes here. One of the ubiquitous Henrys from a king play, bursting and belligerent with yet another monologue. Aye, I doubt not he will be true to character and drown us all with another spat of words.
Ladies, I wish you well, despite your tepid greeting. No mischief against your masters, I trust.
Masters? We acknowledge no masters.
We would have our women well favored, lips softly twinned, appealing outward curves, matching the twin curves beneath.
He deigns knows us, such condescension. The conceit of man was passeth all understanding. His Majesty may incline himself to help us.
Sweet child, thy fortunate Romeo is indeed a child or something.
Tell him ere his silver tongue turns all resolution to his serpent will.
Would I were Petruchio for one brief hour, it would prove me much to see who would yield first.
Not I, Sirrah, not I. Order, order! In brief, sire, we here met to protest against William Shakespeare.
Protest against our William, the author of our being.
I, the author of our being, did favor his sex with the choicest of roles, denigrated us to part so mean and paltry, scarce was it worth the learning of his tedious lines.
Aye, faith that. French Kate shrilled a grumble more than once. He kissed her protest in a bout of love and was soon forgot.
If conceit were a dandelion, he'd be a weed-infested cabbage patch.
Kate, hold thy vixen tongue.
Why should not dear William endow us with these Triton parts? Are we not all nature's giants in lusty nerve and sinew, as well as mental stature? It is men who shape the world, and its destiny.
Creator says this English Harry, since when have men created infants, nursed them through their childish woes, soothed their peevish whimperings in the long, disturbed nights?
Enough, madam, enough. This list of hackneyed skills may have been achieved by any animal in wealth.
Now he calls us animals?
Are we not all animals, firebrand Kate? It is chance accident of nature that women were thus shaped, vehicles to sustain the human race. Brute creation does as much, all to one purpose, the furtherance of each individual kind.
What is all this malicious babble, which there is not one word of truth, to do with this meeting?
Why, everything, madam. William, being an author of some merit, plucks his characters from life. Surely you must admit to that.
Oh, yes, Majesty.
So, of necessity, men must play the chiefest roles. It is man who builds the sprawling cities, travels the unquiet seas, till he tips over the horizon. And then the hand of man shall reach even further up into the infinite sky. Since when have women strapped on armor? To defend English shores. While man is fighting through the frost-hung night, it is, you, in your several homes, are sleeping safe and sheltered. Well, to paraphrase our beloved William, our lives are shaped with a pen. Farewell, ladies. I would not have the world deprived of at least one of your fair sex.
I, for one, care not if William Shakespeare has a preference for male actors. How well I understand it.
Men have always played the chiefest part in my life. Why should I deny dear William the privilege in his plays?
Cleopatra, you are a queen. Do you bow to a mere man?
I am woman first and queen last. This tedious business interests me no longer.
But Majesty...
No more, I beg. I bid you all farewell, for as the sun is daily new and old, so is my love still telling what is told.
Cleo has spoken for me.
Not possible, you go to Othello.
I to him. His beauty in these mine eyes shall be seen, and we shall work and live to keep our love still green.
Traitors to our feminine cause.
What can that be?
If I mistake not, 'tis a makeshift balcony. Those eager lovers' feet hath grasshopped once too often.
Oh, thou art hurt, my love.
Here's nothing but a hair-splinter scratch. It will ease out in time.
Ease out in time. In time it could well poison thee, blacken thy blood with venomous vapors, causing a mortal sickness on thy soul. See, I pluck the intruding thorn from thy dear flesh, and kiss the ravaged wound to make it whole.
Oh, my love.
It hurts no more?
I would my body suffer 1,000 hurts thus to be remedied and healed by the love potion of Juliet's lips.
Gladly would I physician thee.
Oh, and gladly would I take thy ministrations.
I faith the pair of them are past redemption, expiring in love's malady.
And they once lose the high-pitched tired fever. This mad delirium will be all forgot. The vows of lovers, like sun-touched ice, soon crack into oblivion.
Oh, my fair Juliet, now that mine eyes can behold thy face so fair, oh, my hands can touch thy pearl-tipped trembling beauty. 'Tis almost a feast too much for man to taste and savor.
Taste, my dear love, and savor deep, for never shall ye starve while we two meet. Ugh, this is a veritable mammoth of a kiss such would exhaust a lusty Hercules. And I should kiss so long, I'd have no breath left in my body.
And I should kiss so long, I wish no breath left in my body.
Mary, what would her lady mother say? Madam, madam, cherish thy maiden innocence. The banns have yet to be announced.
'Twere near like this in Godfrey in Scotland.
Come, Romeo's Juliet, for youth is short. Let us away. Youth is short, and love proclaims its day.
The merry-go-round of love goes on and on. He knew it all, that knowing Avon Swan.
What to do now? My mission sadly failed.
Stay, we try again.
How? In what manner?
Mary, summon the others. Our other sisters, Portia and Viola, Olivia and Diana. There's a host to choose from.
A host indeed. You harm me much, Kate. Your presence here has saved our feminine day. You had better advocate.
Men. I denounce them all. Challenge each mother's son to do battle and grind them into dunghill dust.
Battle, fair Kate? You would do battle? Then here's my call to arms, and here's my eager battle.
Let go, Cyril, let go!
Never.
Let go!
She wields a monstrous hefty fist, enough to spear a lesser man in two.
Thou carrion dog, thou crawl
thou art a truly tempting sight. I joy the look of thee from this provoking height.
I joy the look of thee to see thee prostrate and provoked.
I'll cart thee to the church wench and burst my heart with the doing.
I'll see thee buried 10-foot churchyard deep.
I'll see thee marriage vowing for a pairing priest.
I'll see thy coffin and never shed a tear.
I'll see thee simper at our wedding feast.
I'll funeral thee and shout a cheerful song.
She loves me. She loves me not. She loves me. Aye, she loves me.
Not.
A woman's nay is often turned to yea, and oft the more she protests, the more she'll change her say.
Not I, sirrah, not I. I'll flee thee to the end of endless time.
Not so. My feet will ever be more fleet than thine.
A plague on thy feet, and all the rest of ye. I'll not have thee to wed, not through eternity.
Sweet Kate, honeyed Kate, blistering teeth-edged tempestuous Kate, though your voice speaks you in irksome brawling scold, yet your eyes speak me fair.
Then my eyes deceive you, sirrah. Not from my eyes, or from any part of me would ever speak you fair. Petruchio! Petruchio! Who calls?
Lord, again she follows in my footsteps. I must away.
Tarry not on my behalf.
I come,
She's
sweet
more than
Margaret.
welcome to you. Margaret! Margaret!
Aye, Margaret. Like you not the name. She is a comely buxom wench, with all her shapely body shouting to come hither. Always she calls, Petruchio, Petruchio, and I let her call in vain. I would not be a man.
But who should know better than I that thou art a man? Have I said aught to the contrary?
Thou hast said not so much.
Much. What is this much that thou wouldst ask of me? Tell me, Petruchio. Petruchio! Get thee hence, strumpet! Away with thee!
So, Petruchio, that we're not in Denmark? My nose tells me something rotten is afoot.
Rotten, gentle lady. You speak in riddles.
This riddle is giant and plain. I know this Margaret wench. She is to wed thy servant. Thou'st been right busy with thy bribes, aside for Sybaris.
Nay, nay, not him. Say rather, the offerings at the foot of Cupid. All is well, my Catherine.
Aye, for me. For her, that shameless Meg. 'Twill be many a moon before she follows in any man's footsteps.
Oh, my firebrand Kate. I love thy fearless spirit.
Tell me, Petruchio, what is this much that thou wouldst ask of me?
Kate. Treason from thee goes deeper than 10 spears. There are sisters a host to choose from. Oh, mouthy mockery of words. They split the heavens with deafening imprecations, yet actions shout them liars. Sisters who spurt black venom with their tongues, yet at first a brush of beard or rough-hewn lip. The venoms vanish in a honey glow. The imprecations turned into blessings. Once more the battle's lost. The bard has won. Oh, sweet William Shakespeare, would I were man!
There once was a miller who believed in getting the best deal possible. He owned the only mill in the area, and all the farmers had to bring their grain to him to be ground.
Two new boys from nearby Cambridge University were convinced that the miller was dishonest.
They decided to watch the miller grind their corn to keep him from cheating them.
Mr. Miller, we brought these sacks of corn for you to turn into grain.
May we stay and watch? It said you were the best mill in the country.
Oh, well, certainly. You must be part from their trip.
Yes, we have come a long way.
Wife, my good wife, refreshments for our guests.
boys from?
Cambridge, good woman.
Did you boys carry that grain the whole way?
No, we borrowed my father's horse to carry the grain.
Ah. Where did you leave it?
Just outside, tied onto that old oak tree. I hope you don't mind this loss of a little grass.
No, you are welcome to the grass, but I didn't see any horse. You'd better go check on the beast. Where have you boys been all afternoon?
All over the country chasing our horse.
Well, here's your meal.
Half a sack? We brought you 2 full sacks. What happened?
Well, it wasn't very good corn, mostly husks and waste.
What?
Thank you for your business. Now,
You
please
cheated
come
us.
again.
Just wait, we'll get even. We'll get our horse. Corn back.
What should we do?
Look around. We're going to get our corn back. Just wait. I got to teach him a lesson.
What's that noise? I hear something. Who's there? What's that noise? What is it? Oh my God, someone's in my bed! Get out! Get out! Husband, I thought a burglar was in my bed. I'm so sorry. The storage box has been moved.
The storage box has been moved. The corn, it's gone. What happened to my corn? Those boys stole my corn.
Your corn?
The 2 young men took the 2 full sacks of corn and half sack of meal home.
They vowed to find an honest miller to grind their corn.
The miller continued to pride himself on his business ability.
But the wife kept him honest.
And they all lived happily ever after.
There were once 3 young men
who led a riotous life, drinking and partying the night away.
With never a care in the world except to have fun and to be happy.
What, Tavern Keep? What is that noise? Why is that loud clanging always there?
I heard the news about 2 hours ago. One of your friends was struck down where he sat. Dead drunk was he. A thief called Death took him. He's killed about 1,000 in the area, so you best be careful and watch out for him. Every time the signals, it signals you're passing.
Where does this Death live?
Death lives no more than a mile up the road in a big village. There he's killed men, women, children, priests, and the whole caboodle.
This fellow Death can't be so fierce as to tackle 3 at once. Let us make a vow this very day. As Death has killed our friends, Death himself shall die.
They had not gone half their journey when the 3 men came across an old woman.
God bless you and give you peace.
Oh, what are your blessings to us? Why do you bother to live on so long? Why don't you just go and die?
Though I have walked to India and back, I have never met man or woman in village or in town who'd exchange his youth for my age. Furthermore, it does you great dishonor to mock an old woman who has done you no offense. Better to respect another's age as you will wish for reverence in your turn, if you live long enough.
You shall not go yet. You mentioned Death, who destroys all young fellows hereabouts. By your age, you must be a spy set out for our destruction. Tell us where Death lurks, or it will be the worse for you.
If you really want to find Death, turn up this crooked way to yonder grove. I left Death there today under an old oak tree, and he is waiting still. He is not hard to find. God save you and help you change your ways.
Look at it. It's beautiful. There must be 100 gold pieces here. Have you ever seen it?
A fortune. What shall we do with it?
What shall we do with it? Why, we'll take it back to the tavern and have the good time of our lives.
No, we should not take the gold there by day, or our fellows in town will think we are thieves and we'll lose our fine. Let us take it by day and take it by night, and then we'll go and have the night away during the day.
Let's send one of our fellow men here to go into town and grab some corn and grab some bread and wine.
Let's draw straw. Now you know you can trust me. Our fellows off the town, and here lies the gold to be split into 3. But what better but 2?
But how can this be done when he knows it is here? What shall we tell him?
Nothing. It's a bargain then. Swear to me and I will tell you how.
I will not betray you.
When he comes back, wrestle him in sport, and then you stab him, and I'll do the same. Then we'll have equal share in his death and the gold.
Ah, the coins, so pretty, so shiny. I would that they were all mine. But why not? Yes, why not?
Can I help you, sir?
Yes, I require several things. First off, do you have anything for the killing of rats?
Yes, I have just a thing. Rats can be a nasty, persistent problem. Yes, I have just a thing.
Ah, and I will also need some wine and some cheese. There you go.
You've certainly been gone a long time. I think I should have the first drink of the wine since I have had such a long wait.
No, but I have had such a long and thirsty trip. I should get the first pick of the bottles.
Neither of the fine young men knew that poison was their choice. But soon, very soon, they lay beside their murdered fellow and the gold that winked and glittered in the sun. They had found death. bad. It's certainly too bad.
Did you speak to me?
Speak? You? Why, no, Mrs. Farnsworth.
I distinctly heard someone speak. It must have been you.
Of course. I'm afraid you're mistaken.
I don't like it at all. Someone spoke.
It's really too bad.
My name is Blake, Virginia Blake.
Are you to be under our care?
No, indeed. How ridiculous. I'm to be the new nurse.
Oh, yes, the new nurse. I should have known. My name is Miss Jebb. Would you like to see the doctor?
Yes, I have a great many questions to ask her. I begin work right away, I suppose.
Yes, indeed. We're a very busy institution.
I hope I won't be too stupid at first. I'm awfully eager to learn.
Don't you worry. It will be a radical change from what you are used to. But I'm sure you'll get used to it. Everyone does.
Oh, I hope I will be of some use. I want to feel that I'm honestly helping the unfortunate people who live here.
It's up to you, my dear. But let me give you one piece of advice. Utilize your time. Plan to have every minute of the day mapped out to some purpose.
Yes,
There, put your bag on the chair. I'll leave you here with Mrs. Farnsworth while I go tell the doctor you're here. Oh, I forgot you two don't know each other. Mrs. Farnsworth, this is Miss Blake. Mrs. Blake is our new nurse. Miss Farnsworth is, well, very interested in the work we're doing here.
I think it's perfectly splendid the work girls are allowed to go into nowadays.
I mean, it's exciting choosing a life's work, but I have to admit, I'm a little frightened.
I haven't a doubt of it. Someone was telling me just the other day about their daughter, a lovely girl who's going into social service work. Let me see. Who was it?
Lots of them do. I've always wanted to be a nurse. I've often wondered about people with mental trouble. Insanity has a kind of, well, fascination for me.
Oh, my dear girl, such talk is morbid.
Oh, no, it's not. I'm interested, that's all. You can't imagine how glad I was to get in here. Such a famous place, run so independently. You must be glad to be a part of it. You're a director, I suppose.
A director? Yes, that's it. Yes, indeed.
I can't wait to see the whole building.
Don't let them work you too hard. Remember that your health should come first. I'm nothing but a bundle of nerves, and it's all because I've tried to do too many things all my life.
But, Mrs. Farnsworth, wouldn't you rather do things hard? Throw your life away in one tremendous burst and dwindle it all out slowly and carefully and safely?
Your enthusiasm is wonderful, my child. Just the way I was when I was your age. Dear, I do wish I could remember the name of that girl's name.
But consider for a moment, Miss Dunn, the aesthetic side, as Mr. James M. Barrie once said to me. Surely people need that.
No, indeed. It is pure efficiency that counts most of all in a place like this. Why, Mrs. Farnsworth, how do you do? You know Mr. Lloyd, I believe?
Yes, indeed. How do you do, Mr. Lloyd? And this is Miss Blake, Miss Dunn, and Mr. Lloyd.
How do you do?
Why, me and Miss Dunn have been having a most interesting conversation. The last time I was in England, Bernard Shaw and myself had the exact same conversation, and he agreed with me perfectly.
In such an argument, which includes the whole world we live in, I don't see how either of you could say such a thing. Miss Blake, is it not? Let me advise you to always base your statements on facts, statistics, and figures. It's truth that we are after nowadays.
No. Use your imagination.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
Of course she doesn't. Neither do I. Can't you two stop quarreling?
Certainly.
Certainly not.
Miss Blake, this is Dr. Cardwell. I'm glad to meet our new nurse.
I'm quite ready to begin, Dr. Cartwell.
You'd like to look around the place, wouldn't you? I can tell you about your duties while we're doing that.
I'm so excited to begin.
May I ask how you happen to come to a place like this?
Well, it's hard to explain, but when you've studied, sometimes you feel as if you knew a lot, too much even. And you can't be satisfied with things the way they are. You have to go on and show people less fortunate than yourself. Do you see?
I know.
Then sometimes you have ideas and you'd like to see how they'd work. You have to go out in the world to do that, to experiment.
Yes, but what if those experiments should fail?
They can't. I believe I can do anything if I try hard enough.
You too? I thought that once. I was like you might as well find that you have the cards stacked against you in that game.
But I came to play fairly.
In an insane asylum with a lot of crazy people?
But I've come to help them. I'll make them see I'm sincere and honest. They'll trust me.
But don't you trust them?
Not trust them? Why not?
They're forever trying to get the better of someone. The moment your back is turned, well, they don't stop at physical violence. It's just a warning on the side.
Everyone here has had some advice to give me. Not that I don't need it, but it's also different. Those two people over there were just telling me something when you came. They seem to know a lot. Are they connected with the sanitarium?
Well, they are intensely interested in the work we're doing here.
Like Mrs. Farnsworth?
Yes, just like Mrs. Farnsworth.
Oh, can we go through the building now? Right away?
Now? Right away, yes, I presume we might as well. But don't be too eager or anticipate too much. You'll be disappointed.
Oh, I won't be disappointed. I know I won't. It's all going to be thrilling and wonderful.
You mustn't let anyone see if things don't work out to your expectations.
Not show anyone my real feelings?
No, never. It's the best way. Here. And incidentally, I hope you don't have a sense of humor.
I'm afraid I have. Why?
You won't be able to use it in a place like this.
Well, I'm glad to have met you. I hope I'll see you all again.
That new nurse seems like a nice sort of girl. But really, that doctor. We might not have been in the room for all the notice that we got.
I've never seen such rudeness. Pray, does she consider herself different from other human beings? Better than they are?
As if we weren't all part of the same family. All the same. All the...
It's an obvious fact to me that she's not quite all...
You don't mean it.
Perhaps constant association with people with mental illness has doubly turned her own mind.
Dear, dear, what are we to do? Shall we have a meeting of the directors?
Directors?
Yes. I was, asked to be one today. But when I undertook the office, I had no idea, not the faintest, that... Why, Miss Dunn, I knew I had something to ask you. Do you remember the name of the girl I was telling Miss Blake about? The one who's going into social service work?
Really? It's really good, too, because a lot of people are needed in that sort of work. But it is so inartistic.
I know just whom you mean, Mrs. Farnsworth. They live at 88 Park Street, 2 houses from the corner. The telephone number is, well, there's a 3 and a 7 in it somewhere. I'll tell you in a moment.
I didn't see you at the opera the other night, Mr. Lloyd.
The opera? Oh, no. You see, a friend of mine, a dramatist, invited me down to a piece of his.
I belong to a dramatic club. We each read a part from some play and meetings. Was your friend's drama successful?
Only fair. You know, it's got that supernatural and witches and force moving and stuff. The unhappy ending is frightfully common nowadays.
Most interesting. Really, most interesting.
I hardly think I'd like it.
No, I don't think you would. It's not your style.
I have the number, 6374.
Oh, if I could just think of that girl's name. It makes me so nervous. I'm nothing but a bundle of nerves anyway.
Don't let her bother you. Just relax. Calm down.
Concentrate, Mrs. Farnsworth. That's why I'm in possession of so many facts. I concentrate. Did you know London had a population of 6,581,372 people?
Did you read my new book, Nicholas Nickleby?
That Rome was founded in 735 BC.
But I thought someone else wrote that.
Quite true. But Charles Dickens, that's my name. It's nom de plume.
That Salt Lake covers 2,000 square miles.
Would you be interested
think of that
to know
girl's
that my
name.
name is Charles Dickens
It was
and nom de
so
plume?
I can't.
Excuse me.
Oh, I can't.
Madam, will you be quiet? Honestly, to treat me, the great William Shakespeare, like some drunk out in the street. Honestly, you treat me like... No, you can't take me away. No, I am not a crook. No.
The human head weighs 8 pounds. 3 of our most interesting cases.
How horrible!
My dear girl, you mustn't let such a thing bother you.
But to see people like that, I thought they were sane, normal. Why didn't you tell me?
It's better. Find out for yourself. You'll be brutally disillusioned for a day or 2. But after that, things won't matter. You'll be hardened.
I won't be hardened. I won't let myself be.
Why not? It's safer, more comfortable.
But it's cruel at first.
What? It hurts. What? To find out the truth? To find out that everything's not sugar and cream?
I didn't think it would be like this.
It's wonderful, isn't it? To be out in the world?
This isn't the world.
Well, it's a world.
Oh, I know. I'm ashamed to be such a coward. Forgive me.
Ah, now you're being a sensible girl.
It's wonderful all that you've done. I don't see how you managed a place so great and powerful.
You mustn't give me so much credit. I came here like you. Eager to help. I'd almost forgotten it was so long ago. I don't really run this place, do you see? It runs me. It runs me! Oh, don't be afraid. And even if you are, don't let anyone see it.
Oh, I won't. Thank you for being so kind. I don't know what's the matter with me.
A little, well, nervous, shall we say?
You know, I had no idea that there were so many people that were here.
Yes, it's the families that shock me the most. They always have their problems, this and that.
It's sad, really it is.
Doctor, you're wanted at once. Mrs. Farnsworth needs you to quiet her.
So? Miss Blake, will you return? Will you wait till I return? Thank you.
She's different from anyone I've ever known.
She's like the rest of them. No better, no worse.
Everyone here is busy, has their own work to do, even the insane ones. I'm going to be busy too.
Most interesting.
What did you say?
Nothing.
Oh, Miss Jebb, if you only knew how I want to help, and I feel I can. This is my place in the world.
Too bad. It's too bad. What?
You spoke.
No.
Yes, you did. I heard you. You said, too bad.
Oh, I'm sorry you noticed. I must have been talking to myself.
Ah.
I don't do it in a rule for fear people will think I'm crazy.
Think you're crazy?
Yes, crazy. You know, it comes and goes.
What comes and goes?
The feeling. Sometimes I think I am, but I know I'm really not.
Not what?
You know, like the rest of them.
Crazy?
Yes, I'm afraid people will think I am sometimes. Did you ever see a really bad case, Miss Blake?
Don't come near me. Don't touch me.
It's too bad. They're most interesting.
Stop it or I'll call the doctor.
She's never seen a bad case. Just you wait. Most interesting.
Indeed. Stop it or Doctor!
Did you want me?
I think you should ask Miss Jebb to leave. I need to speak to you, alone.
Well?
I think you should discharge Miss Jebb.
Discharge Miss Jebb?
She tried to frighten me, pretended she was insane. It's not right, pretending that way.
What makes you think she was pretending?
The way she acted and spoke, strangely.
She often does that. Hers is an interesting case.
It's not right trying to frighten people that way, pretending all the time.
She was not pretending.
Not pretending?
She's as insane as any of them.
You mean it?
Yes.
I won't stay. I can't. I feel that at any moment I might get that way myself.
I'm sorry, but you must stay.
I'd like to stay for your sake to help you, but I can't.
I want you to sit down and think this through.
No, it's impossible. I'd rather go back to where I came from. Don't you see that there's no one I can put my faith in here? Except for you.
Please, please.
But it's true. Really it is. You're the only one who seems all right in this awful place.
I've been saving a little secret for you.
That it's a joke? That it's all a joke? That things aren't really this way?
No, I'm sorry. That's not my secret. How do you know I'm not insane?
You don't mean it. You can't. I won't believe you.
Yes, you will. Sooner or later, you'll believe that everyone in this place is. Came here like you. Excited and eager. But now I know. I'm just a part of it. The whole machine. The rest of them. No better, no worse. But crazy, mad, insane!
I'll go away.
I'm sorry, but I think not.
You shan't stop me. I will.
I'm sorry, but you won't leave.
You can't stop me.
Do you see now?
Where's the door? There must be some way out. I won't stay here with only madness for company. Where's the door?
Well, there is one way out.
Tell me, show me.
Only most of us aren't sane enough to take it.
A key?
Here. It's not a key. You swallow it. You feel as though fire had been poured into your veins. You'll writhe and scream in pain, no matter how brave you are. That's the only way out. The only way.
I'm not afraid of pain.
But what does it lead to? Something better or something worse? You're not afraid of uncertainty?
It could be no worse than this.
How do you know?
No, I can't. I can't. After all, I must have been put here for some purpose. I may as well stay and see what it's all about. I'm eager to learn. I know I can keep my balance and perhaps I can do some good. These people need me. This is touching life.
One of our most interesting cases.
Sin is the subject of the sermon. Sin.
Amen!
Amen to what? You haven't even heard my text.
No matter, sin is my bag. I love it.
You what?
All this fuss and confusion over sin, I find it fascinating.
Well, are you an authority on the subject?
Are you? Do you want to start an argument?
Well, it seems to me it is you who are interrupting. But this is a free society, so coming up and share the pulpit. Sin is too much for one man, even a clergyman.
Especially a clergyman. You guys have been kicking it around since God made little fishes, but it's still with us.
But why? Can you explain the why of sin? Why is there continuum of the four horsemen? War, famine, death, and pestilence.
Well, I guess that's the question before the House. All in favor? All opposed? The ayes have it. Sin is here to stay.
Not so fast, my friend. Shall I tell you how it all began?
Sure.
God created the heavens and the earth.
Right. Then came the little fishes, the big ones to eat the little ones, and the flowers and the trees. And then the little mamas sang naughty, naughty, and all the little boys and girls started sowing seeds of enmity.
In seminary, we would call that explanation simplistic.
That's rather mature thinking, don't you think?
Okay, let's go adult. Let's play this for real. You can be God, and I'll play the role
Are you asking me to play the role of God?
Who better? The top of this ladder can be heaven, and you can be Lord of all creation, okay?
I can't do it.
Why not? You'd be great as God.
Goes against my theology.
How so?
Man and woman, this may blow your mind, but I think a woman should be cast in the role of God.
Amen! A woman? Yeah, right. God is a hero, man. At least it was when I was a girl.
The Father. But let me tell you something. You try that Heavenly Father better than a kid with a no-count pappy, and see how far you get. It could be our Heavenly Mother just as well. Besides, I've always wanted to see what a woman might do as God.
Amen! Right on, Pastor! This is not what I had in mind. Let's just call the whole thing off.
Oh, call it off. Not on your life. I've been waiting in the wings too long. Places, action, dialogue. In the beginning, God.
This I gotta watch.
Look, hon, I don't have a thing against you or your acting, but I'd be much better fitted to play God than you are. So shove off, butt out, get lost.
In the beginning, God created...
I figured it would be the pastor, but if he won't play the role, I'd be glad to play God.
Just a minute, Lucy. You're forgetting who and where you are.
Lucy?
That's familiar for Lucifer.
Lucifer? You're casting me as Lucifer?
Lucifer, I've had my eye on you. You're riding for a fall. All this ego strutting. You're the most conceited, contemptuous, cantankerous archangel of the lot.
Conceited? Then why would anyone ever think of moi as conceited?
Pride, Lucifer, is the root of all evil. And I presume you know what pride cometh before it.
What? Ouch! Oh, my ankle! I'll sue you for this. If it's a fracture, I'll sue you for malpractice. Lucifer.
And I'll be Adam. Can I be Adam, God? Adam. Now there's the role I feel right for. Only, what do I do about makeup? And how do I dress the part?
You're fine just as you are. A very human, man-type Adam created a little lower than angels. Well, lower than most of my angels. There's no knowing how far Lucifer will fall.
Talk about a god of wrath and vengeance. Well, don't mind me. I'll just go rest my aching foot while I think of some devilment to get me back into the story.
You look lonely, Adam.
Well, I don't like to complain, God. But all those animals you gave me dominion over, you know, the hippos, the rhinos, giraffes, ostriches, and behemoths. Well, a man just can't cuddle with behemoths.
I know. So what do you say to a nice, lively, lovely, womanly partner, Adam?
Oh, that would be nice, God, real nice. But nothing to upset the status quo. Oh, I think a nice, quiet, cuddly chum will do all right. But do I get to pick her out?
You most certainly do, Adam, right from your own rib cage. Now why don't you curl up for a nice little nap while I wrestle with this creation headache?
Oh, sleep, nothing I like better.
Think big, think positive, and be creative.
Oh, gotta keep covered or I'll catch my death.
Stars, galaxies,
Ah, to sleep, to dream.
and me, the great I am.
To dream forever and ever.
Big enigma, this deity trip. Am I real or am I dreaming?
And what I'm dreaming is one sweetheart of a dream.
Ah, Cosmos, Cosmos, I embrace you. Pleiades, Andromeda, the works. Now be something like the burst of cells sparked by solar rays. Splendid. Cells and daughters of cells. Splendid. Be evolutionary and evolute. Bring forth the feminine species. Bring forth the mother of life. Conceive and bring forth.
Bring forth.
Bring forth.
Bring forth woman.
Hi, am I on cue?
Oh, good evening, Eve. Or is it morning? Wake up, Adam. Tickle him in the ribs, Eve, so he'll wake up. And remember, Eve, dear, I'm counting on you. Oh, I'm counting on my lovely daughter, Eve.
Oh, well, stop it. I'm ticklish. Hey, how about that? You're okay. Very okay.
Hi, Adam. Well, Adam, there she is. What do you think? Can you keep pace with the mother of the race?
Oh, keep pace. Well, I'll be way out ahead. I'll teach this woman and teach her well that a woman's place...
Adam. Now let's not get off on the wrong foot. This time, let's try to do things right.
Oh, it'll be a good life, God. With you up there to run things and woman down here to run the farm, well, I can just eat, sleep, and loathe.
You call that living? And I have such great expectations for Homo sapiens, like giving me a helping hand with the running of Earth.
Oh, I don't know about that, God. I don't think I want to get involved.
Well, it's a pretty big universe for one God to manage all alone. New novas, new galaxies popping up all around. Why don't I just give you dominion and see what you can make of my little Earth?
You mean me? Alone with her?
That's right. Or must we do the dearly beloved bit? You know, till death do you part.
Well, I don't know about this guy. That's a pretty big step. This whole thing's pretty scary. Let me ask you something. Are you trying to set me up?
I most certainly am, Adam, for the biggest thing this side of creation. Now take care of you two and have fun.
Wait, don't leave me alone.
Wait, you're not alone, moron.
Alone with her, rolling around all these glaring empty stars. It's scary. I want to go back to Lilith.
Lilith? Who is Lilith?
My mom, girlfriend, someone, the one before you. Dim, distant like a dream. Or a fragment of some legend. Lilith. If only I should think of her.
Funny you should try to make me jealous with our honeymoon barely underway. By the way, where are we going on our honeymoon?
Going? We're here. Eden. Eden's the everlasting honeymoon.
Hold it! Hold everything! Imagine God forgetting this. The tree of knowledge.
What a pretty tree.
But it's a no-no. It says so in the book. Of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil ye shall not eat. Too bad, too, because it's the yummiest of all. Take care, you two. Have fun.
The yummiest of all. The knowledge of good and evil.
Thank God for some rules around here. The rules is not scary. Just follow the do's and don'ts, and Eden goes on forever.
Forever? I can't hold out that long. Living with do's and don'ts? What if I decide to do a don't sometime?
And incur the wrath of God for shame.
And another thing, I think it's too much work for the two of us. Maybe we ought to have some little helping hands.
Well, we have. That is, I have. All those animals, you heard the word. It's in the book. Man hath dominion over all birds and beasts. And you remember that. And don't let me catch you straying from reservation.
Oh, just which am I, bird or beast? The way I read it, we have dominion, not just you.
And there's one of God's creatures I simply can't abide. The oily, slithery character that goes by the name of serpent or something like that. You would have nothing to do with it. And that's an order.
Are you giving orders?
Certainly. Let's get it straight from the start. A woman's place is in the home.
Of course, my lofty lord and master. And that's the first place I will go the moment I finish fooling around.
Oh, I feel worry coming on.
In paradise? A problem?
Well, not yet, but I have this uneasy feeling.
Like a weed in our garden.
Well, if there's one thing I don't want, it's a problem. Eden just won't be Eden with a lot of hassles to cope with.
Not to worry, not to worry. As the saying goes, why don't you just go fishing while I search the grounds for goodies?
Fishing? Hunting? Yeah, that's a man's role, I guess.
Hunting, fighting, killing, sounds familiar.
Well, you just take care and don't take up with any strangers while I'm gone. I just hope all this doesn't turn into a fool's paradise.
Beat you to it.
Oh, you startled me.
I picked it all. Bananas, coconuts, apples.
All from this tree?
All from the tree of knowledge. Being a source of knowledge, it grows goodies of all sorts. And meanies, too. Please, help yourself.
You picked the fruit of the tree of knowledge?
It's all right. More will grow. Great climate for fruit. Big, firm, juicy. Please.
Oh, well, I'd like everything, but isn't the fruit from this tree forbidden?
Lady, do I look like the kind who would set you up? Would I ask a pretty woman to do something she oughtn't? Go on, eat a little finger food for the sake of your stomach.
But the book said, God said,
The day ye eat thereof, ye shall surely die.
something like that, and I'm too young to die.
Just another example of how those in power keep the ignorant in ignorance.
I remember something about becoming like gods.
Right, so the big shots upstairs clamp a no-no on knowledge. It figures.
But what doesn't figure is to have to die to acquire such knowledge.
What's to die? When you get yourself some savvy, you kill ignorance. So the dum-dum in you dies. Comprende?
Oui, je comprends. Just look at me, standing here talking French with a total stranger.
Mais oui. So savor your fruit while you can. I've got a lot of territory to cover.
You know, you seem familiar. Have we met before?
Sure, everybody knows Snaky Joe.
Snaky Joe? How fascinating. Yet how familiar. Do you have the feeling we've played this scene before?
Thousands of times in thousands of places.
Through thousands and thousands of years. But there's always that tremble of suspense. Always that will she, won't she wonder.
Right up until the moment.
She does. And with the fruit in hand, she coins a phrase. Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Aha!
Ah! Ambrosia!
Yes, ambrosia, fruit of the gods, and grown especially just for Eve.
You know my name, proving we have met before.
Sometime, somewhere, everybody meets Snaky Joe.
What flavor! What a sensation! Makes you feel all tingly.
True, it opens up the pores and gets the brain cells wiggling.
Where have I been all my life? I'm awake. I'm aware. I'm a woman.
True, you're alive. There's nothing like it. You gotta taste it to believe it. Here, have one for the mister.
For Adam?
Sure, Adam's apple.
Thanks, Joe.
Don't mention it. All in a day's work.
You're not striking the set, are you? We're not finished yet.
No, only the beginning. But this stage prop has done its thing.
Could I help you? God, could I?
You can. I hope you will in time. Carry on.
Carry on. Oh, and if you see Adam, send him home, will you?
Eve! Help, Eve, I'm lost!
Follow your nose. Look what I have for you. Catch.
What is it?
Eden's best. God wasn't kidding, Adam. It's the yummiest thing in the orchard.
Eve, is this a trap?
I call it a challenge. Eat, Adam, and awaken.
The yummiest. The yummiest? Eve, is this fruit from the tree of knowledge? Eve, you tricked me.
Relax, Adam. Enjoy. Live a little.
Can't stop. Too good. No fair, God putting a thing that's good off limits. Yummy. Oh, it's so good, it shivers the liver. It's so good, it shivers the... Eve, what are you doing tonight? Good, it's a date. Oh, beautiful world, beautiful Eve. I want to cut loose and live.
Wait a second, Adam. Wait a second. I'll have you know that woman is no mere, what do you call it, object.
No matter. I love, I live, I'm coming alive. Let's have a starry-eyed tete-a-tete to end all tays.
Awfully quiet for a tete-a-tete.
Who needs words?
You do, Adam. You need a word of the wise now that you're so knowledgeable. So here it is, the old classic. Adam, where art thou?
Did you hear that?
Adam, that's not the right line.
Voices in the night. I mean, this place is starting to give me the willies.
The line is, I heard thy voice in the garden.
Oh, silly of me feeling so shameful.
Shameful?
Yes, like a nudie caught skinny dipping in broad daylight. Suddenly I have a guilt complex, something fierce. And it's all your fault, Eve, for feeding me that forbidden fruit.
Oh, here we go. So let's hear woman's side of the case.
My fault?
Are you blaming me? All I did was that nice Sneaky Joe said was okay.
Hey, I heard that, and I don't like what I hear. Man with the human race tries to hang on me. Now the big boss will strip me of arms and legs and doom me to slither about on my belly from now till doomsday.
I could feel sorry, but more for me than you. The way I read it, for me there will be all this begetting and pain and travail.
By the sweat of his brow, man shall labor and toil. It's in the book.
So it is written, so it is said.
Just when I had a great thing going, Eden, with nothing to do all day but eat and sleep. Now look at everything. Cold and desolate like an ice age. Everything freezing, everything withering. Garden going to pot. And that blasted blinking light over there like a flaming sword. Oh, Burr, it's cold.
Well, if it's too cold for you up here, you can always come down and visit me.
Eve, we seem to have lost verbal, but we still have vibes.
Wait, quiet. I'm getting a flicker, a message. I'm remembering something.
Good old feminine intuition.
Life is a gift.
Right, a gift with options.
A gift with options.
That's my daughter, and of the knowledge of good and evil?
With the knowledge of good and evil comes the responsibility of choice.
You've got it, Eve! Now try to get it through man's head if you can. Lord knows I've been trying.
It's too cold in these parts for me. But I'll be back. You can count on me to keep the trouble cauldron bubbling. That's what keeps life lively. See ya.
I'm afraid so, Snaky Joe. Lucifer, Satan, a snake in any skin. But creation without problems would be like a gaggle of giddy geese honking mindlessly across eternity. Creation and problems. Seems they kind of go together.
Creation and problems. Interesting.
God? God, are you there?
But the biggest headache in the whole grand schmear is...
It's me, O Lord, standing in need of prayer.
You're right, so right, and right on cue. But can you ever do right by my pretty little earth?
Alone, evicted, kicked out, busted.
So, do we cope, or do we blubber?
God, are you up there? God, are you out there?
Well, I can be. I can be everywhere, or I can be anywhere. The question is, will you know where you're needed, when you're needed, and will you know it?
God? God? Nothing. Nothing but glaring empty stars. Nothing but a perilous earth and a perilous creation.
And us. This could be our big chance.
God, are you out there? Are you listening? Am I doing all right with the part, God? Can we hang on for another try? Is there time, God? Is there time?
Goodness, look at the hour. It's 1/2 stardown, and I have apples to stew.
The subject of the sermon is, well, you've had it. Why should I smile upon a life as cruel as this? A life that would jeer in the face of a man on his knees, a man that's lost sight of his hopes, dreams, and his very self. A life that I'm told I should be happy to have, for my time on this sphere will be fleeting.
However, I tend to see things in this light not. For a very bright light it is, and all too often it burns my eyes. So I hide my head in the dark and dusk of obscurities, so as not to see the harsh, truthful light of reality. Perhaps I should start at the beginning and finish at the end. It seems most fitting. My name is John Loud, son of Peter Loud. You might ask yourself, what is this poor child ranting of? Definitely a very proper question to ask, although I rarely have the answer myself. But perhaps I can provide some insight into this query. I'll tell you a story from my life. Listen if you like. Oh man, the movie Tron was on the other night. I love that movie.
That movie sucks. You should watch Rocky Horror Picture Show. It's the coolest.
Uh-huh, but Tron would kick Rocky's butt any day.
Ever.
So, John, what do you think of Lynn?
Oh, she's nice. Wait, you don't mean like that, do you? Oh man, no, she would never go for me.
How do you know? I think you two would make a great couple. Really cute.
No, she'd never dig on me. I'm not even her type.
Give it some thought, man. You never know until you try.
Yeah, I suppose.
Hey guys, what's up?
The sky?
Woohoo! Catfight, catfight. But only if I get to rep. Ladies, there's plenty of me to go around.
Oh, there goes the bell. I'll see you guys later.
See ya. Come on, John, spit it out. I gotta get to class.
Well, I was just wondering if maybe you had Lynn's phone number.
Well, what do you know? The little guy's gonna go for it. Here you go, stud. Don't worry. I'm sure she likes you.
Sure wish I was. And so that's how it all began. It's funny how something as innocent as childish flirtation can grow and transmute into an ugly beast of hate. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll start from about a night or so after I mustered up the courage to call her. Hi, Lynn.
Yes?
Hi, it's John. You know the guy you eat lunch with?
Oh, hey, what's up?
Not a whole lot. How about yourself?
About the same. So what have you been up to?
Pretty much nothing. I had a question for you.
Yeah?
Well, I was just kind of wondering if maybe... Oh, never mind.
No, what?
Well, I don't know. I was just wondering, do you want to go out with me?
Oh, wow. I really don't know what to say.
You don't have to say anything. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have put you in this position.
No, it's just that I just wasn't expecting this.
Oh. So then will you go out with me?
Well, I don't know if I can.
Oh, why not?
Well, my parents told me I can't date until I'm 16.
Oh. I understand.
But who cares, John? I really like you, and I'd love to be your girl.
You mean it? Really?
Lynn, get off the phone! I have to go. My mom wants to use the phone.
Oh, all right.
I'll talk to you in school tomorrow, okay?
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
And so Lynn and I started dating. It was wonderful. At first, we had our bumpy times. For the first 2 months, we broke up at least once a week. But we managed to patch things up, and what we found was an intense love. But once again, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll start from about 2 months from where we last left off. Number.
Hello, talk to me.
Jeannie, will I ever? It's John.
Oh, hey, John. What's up?
Well, where to start?
At the beginning would be nice.
Yeah, the beginning.
Well?
Well, you know how you gave me Lynn's phone number, right?
Yeah. Oh, she didn't turn you down, did she?
No, that's just it. She said yes, Jeannie.
What?
She said yes.
You mean you asked her out?
Yeah.
Sorry, man. That's not what I meant.
I know. But you wouldn't believe this feeling I have. It's like I could fly, climb a mountain, anything. It's like I'm in this body, and yet part of me has transgressed the physical.
That's love, my boy.
No. Love is too strong of a word. That can't describe what I'm feeling right now. Yeah, she's wonderful. I can't get over this feeling I have. It's...
So how did it happen?
Well, I called her.
Yeah, and?
Well, I just kind of asked her out. Just blurted it out. Nothing like I'd envisioned it, Jenny, but she said yes.
Well, duh, I told you so.
I get this feeling sometimes, and it feels so good. It's wonderful.
That's love, my boy.
No, love is too powerful of a word. Like I said before, I don't know how to explain this. I sometimes just think of her. It's,
More friend, please call the main
great.
office.
Well, I kind of know how you're feeling.
Do you? Oh, just sit back, think of her. Wow, she's amazing.
Oh, just a second, John. Love Shack, can I take your order?
Hi, it's Lynn.
Oh, hey, Lynn. Just a second. John, I gotta go. It's my uncle from Sweden.
Oh. Okay. I'll let you go then.
Bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Lynn, so what's up?
Well, John asked me out the other day.
Mr. Riker, please call the main office.
He was so cute when he asked. It was like he was afraid. Oh, he's just so cute.
Well, I gotta go. See you later, love dog.
Okay, bye-bye.
Kids, you need to walk them through everything.
And so Lynn and I started dating. It was wonderful. For the first 2 months, we broke up at least once a week. But we managed to patch things up, and what we found was an intense love. But once again, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'll start from about 3 months from where we last left off.
Mr. Furlong, please call the main office.
Lynn, I need to tell you that you've made me so happy being with you. I love being with you.
I feel the same way about you, John. Ever since we started going out, I've been happier than ever. And you're a really great dancer, John.
So are you. Lynn, what would you do tomorrow if, when you woke up, I wasn't here anymore?
What do you mean? Are you dumping me?
No. I was just wondering what you would do if I died or disappeared or something.
John, don't play these games.
Please, answer it. There's a point to this.
Well, I don't know what I'd do. I guess I'd try to sleep forever or something. That way, if I was asleep, I wouldn't feel any pain. There, is that enough?
Lynn, my point is, I feel the same way. And when you feel this way about someone, you know it isn't just a crush anymore, right? Remember when we said that we wouldn't say I love you until we meant it? Well, Lynn, I love you. I want you to be mine forever.
Jerry's Chicken Shack, where we say to you, bok, bok, bok-ops.
Jeannie, it's John.
Oh, hey, John.
I did it, Janie. I told her I love her.
Oh, wow, man.
I mean, I want her to be mine forever. Heck, I want to marry her.
You really feel that strongly about her?
Yes, I do.
Oh, just a second, John.
Okay.
Dunkin' Donuts, Dunkin' Girl speaking.
Hi, Janie, it's Lynn.
Hey, Lynn, just a second. John, I gotta go. It's my great aunt from India.
You have some strange relatives, but okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Lynn, that was just the pizza guy. So, what's up?
Well, John told me he loved me today. It was wonderful.
I am truly happy for you.
You know that feeling you get when you're outside playing in the snow all day? And then you come in and sit by a warm fire? That's how I feel right now.
I know.
I just wanted to let you know, seeing as you're the instigator and all.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
And so we found this love. A love that I thought would last us a lifetime. Solid as this sphere. But even sometimes this sphere cracks and gives way to change. But I never thought my sphere would crack, never. I'll start from about 4 months from where we last left off. Hello.
Hi.
Oh, hey, hon, how you doing?
Fine.
Hon, what's wrong?
Well, I think we should see other people for a while.
What?
I just think it's necessary. I need my space.
Why?
We just need to do it, John.
So, then this is it?
For now, yes.
What? Lynn, I love you. What about all those promises we made, everything that we said?
I'm sorry, John. Things change.
But I love you.
I have to go.
Can we still be friends?
Yes, of course. We'll always be friends.
Forever?
Forever. Bye, John.
I love you.
Sammy's House of Chitlins.
Jeannie, it's over. It's all over.
John, what happened?
She doesn't want me anymore, Jeannie. She doesn't love me anymore.
Slow down. Tell me what happened.
She doesn't want me.
Lynn dumped you?
Yes. I'm just some loser. She can do better than me anyway.
Don't say that, John. That's not true.
It is true. It's all true. Everything's true.
I'm going to call her and find out what's going on.
Call me back, all right? I don't want to be alone.
But yet, I'll come over, okay?
All right.
Take care.
Hello, Lynn speaking.
Hi, Lynn. It's Janie. What's up?
Oh, I was expecting a call from you. I guess you're calling to dig me out for dumping John.
No, I just want the truth.
Why, whatever are you talking about?
Why did you dump John?
I don't feel for him
Miss
anymore.
Bartosa, call the office, please.
Why not?
People change, Janie. You're not the same person you were a year ago, and neither am I. I'm not sorry for what I did. If John got hurt, then oh well. Maybe he'll learn something like this.
Like what?
He's a smart boy. Ciao.
Which?
Brian Brock to the office.
And so ended our relationship, to some extent. She still came over every day. She still was there as if she was mine, and at times she was. So I continued as a toy in blood, I would say. For even though she would be mine for an hour or so, well, she'd never be all mine again. Things continued at this rate until she met Dylan. Why doesn't she love me anymore, Jeannie? Why?
I don't know, John.
Oh, I'm just some loser that she doesn't want anymore.
Don't say that, John. That's not true.
It is true. She doesn't love me anymore. She doesn't want me.
I don't know what to say.
I need some answers.
Maybe you should go ask her.
Maybe I should. There she is now. Lynn?
I'll be right there, Dylan.
It's a shame about Tom and Janie. She really did adore him, and he adored her, too.
Yes, it's a damn shame.
Well, didn't I adore you? Didn't I love you?
You didn't treat me the way I felt I should be treated.
Does Dylan treat you well?
Yes, he's an angel.
But I still love you.
I'm sorry, John. I have to go.
Lynn, I love you. And so that brings us to the present. I guess as for my story, it could be considered as a tragedy. As for most tragic heroes, I had a fatal flaw. I cared too much. I loved too much for my own good. Maybe I'd be a better person if I were more callous, if I never let anyone under my skin. Hope for me is faded, but that's why I've spun my tale here today. As a warning for you all. Be careful who you open up your heart to, because as easy as it is to let one in, it may be harder to let one out.
Good afternoon. We're beginning to close the building for today, Tuesday. Want to remind students they should be part of a supervised activity or leaving the building at this time. Want to remind our detention students they should leave the building immediately once detention is ended. Want to remind all our students we have a late bus today at 5:30, but they do need to have a late bus pass from their after-school supervisor. We will be securing the building in the next 8 minutes or so students do need to get to their lockers for whatever materials they need for the evening. Thanks again. It is now after 3:30. We are securing the building for the evening. Please leave the building if you're not part of a supervised activity. Without me, I don't know if I am the strongest girl. She's my world around me. Yes, I'm the someone else and the one that is afraid to change, the one that always stays the same. I think it's not a black and white, a cut and right, and a dead and right world. Then you lost the world of dreams. When you've got nothing to believe in, can't tell how you feel. And I just can't tell how I feel. I'm a loser of the year, got lucky. I thought I
Would another time be better? I mean, if my aunt isn't feeling up to the visit.
No, she likes company. Provided we don't stay too long. I'm the one who doesn't.
How's that?
Company always wants tea and something to eat.
After all, you are a servant.
That's no reason to break my back.
Break your back? Brewing up tea and making a sandwich?
And cleaning up afterwards. Besides, this is my day for dusting.
I should think so. Every piece of furniture in this place is covered with dust.
What's the sense of dusting every day when you can save it and get rid of it in one go?
I wouldn't know. Couldn't you make an effort? I would like my wife to get a good first impression.
I'll tell your aunt you and your new bride are here. The old lady's the one to make an impression.
That's what I'm afraid of. My wife's such a poor, delicate creature. Look at this room. Dirty, neglected.
You didn't give us much notice, you know. If I had known you were on your way, I might have wanted a fresh cover for the table. You feeling sick?
I felt better.
Would a glass of vodka help?
Yes, I think a glass of vodka would help.
That's too bad.
Why?
There isn't any.
Why did you offer me a glass?
To be polite.
I'm going to be disgraced in front of my wife. I know it.
Well, didn't you want to come?
Certainly not. You see, my wife is such wonderful and sweet. There are a few points of difference between us. Nothing serious, you understand. But nothing that causes me more mental anguish than the difference between our relatives.
Well, what are hers like?
I don't know. We journeyed to her uncle's this afternoon.
You've married a snob. More's the pity for you.
No such thing. What do I have for relatives? Nothing but riff-raff all around. Why am I discussing this with you?
One ear's as good as another.
Tell me, does my aunt still smoke cigars?
Yes, 3 a day. Don't worry, she got rid of the hen and the dog, because the hen and the dog didn't get along.
Hen and the dog? Don't tell me she still sleeps with them.
No, they didn't get along. She bought a monkey. You should be grateful.
What's it got to do with me?
She gave it your name. Look, she said when she brought it in the house, doesn't he remind you of my idiot nephew? You know how she says whatever pops into her head.
If I had a pistol, I'd shoot myself.
You should be grateful. You without a ruble, she did lend you the money for your wedding.
She tells everyone my business, I see.
And paid for your furniture.
What impertinence! Get out! Wait a minute. It's a terrible odor.
Oh, the fruit bowl. The oranges are moldy.
Get rid of this. Moldy oranges indeed. Ah, there you are, my pigeon. The maid is about to go heat some tea on the samovar. It'll be ready shortly.
What tea? Your aunt gives orders here.
Get out! Man can only stand so much. These rustics, aren't they amusing? Huh.
Have I kept you waiting? I couldn't resist picking them. They're for your aunt. She does love wildflowers.
I wouldn't consider my aunt and wildflowers in the same sentence. Now, if you had said cabbages...
Cabbages? I couldn't possibly present your aunt with a bouquet of cabbages. What would she think of me?
Question is, what will you think of her?
Hmm?
Won't you tell me what's wrong?
I've already told you. Nothing. It's your imagination.
Come on, you can't fool me. You've been another girl ever since... told you we had to visit here.
You're the one who's been acting oddly. Can't resist wildflowers.
What wildflower could compare to your beauty, my treasure, my sweet...
What is it?
Rag. Ragweed.
You've an allergy?
I don't as a rule. Perhaps this is house.
Yeah, perhaps that's it. This house is so dusty.
I hadn't noticed.
I've gotten rid of them. It could be nerves. You've been edgy all day.
It's been the other way around. You've been out of sorts. Sit here. I want to talk to you before we meet the aunt. Comfy? In a minute, we'll meet the old thing.
The old thing? What on earth is the matter with you?
I've realized from your people you've met and your manners and your charm and your grace